word bitch, you know, like we use it so loosely, you know what I'm saying? These women are using it on themselves, you know what I mean? Why can't we just say queen, you know what I'm saying, or empress, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and I blame a lot of course, TV, you know what I mean, the music, you know what I'm saying? You know, even though people say, well, oh, you know, they can't say certain things because it's not going to sell. Well, don't you think that's a problem? You know what I'm saying? Don't you think you feel that you're going to be detrimental to your people just for some dollars?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it's hard to really, you know, it's hard because, you know, coming from where we come from, of course, you want that dollar. You want to be able to, you know, but...
Even that's a contradiction, though, honestly, when they said it's not going to sell, because honestly and truly, trends is what sell. So
right.
If you're following trends, people set trends.
Right, exactly.
So that don't even make no sense. So that right there, that's some foolishness. If people keep and following, people deal differently. Because I realize just people who, when they hit me up, yo, my nigga, yo, General did a nigga this, and I'm like, yo, bless up, King. The next time they hit me up, then I'm like, yo, my nigga, they be like, yo, General, yo, King, you be doing your thing, King. So it's like, without them even realizing, that's what I pay attention. So everything they saying is foolishness.
Right.
When you set an example, if they have a certain ratings or respect for you, they're gonna follow.
Right.
So the people have to just keep sticking to it and don't follow the trends that everybody else is dealing with.
Man.
I don't gotta be out there, yo, nigga this, nigga that. Like say, all of us say it and we trying to fight against and try to cleanse from it. But as much power as I can, I'm not gonna be on social media or on camera or when I'm talking to somebody and be somewhere, I'm going to use as much positive to let people know what you're supposed to do and say.
Right.
You know
Absolutely.
What I'm saying? You have to lead off an example. So if once you acknowledge what you're doing that's wrong, do what you know
I'm
is
going
right.
to take more note of that and like, I'm going to take more note of that, like what you said, and use that positive reinforcement. Like when people, that's a good way to deal with it. Like when they say that, you say this. Especially if it's people that respect you. Respect you.
It might not be such a quick reaction, but after a while you realize that you saw that they sounded like you. It's like with everything, how words come on. When I come back from Jamaica, every time you know how I go, when you start saying certain things, you start realize everybody only starts saying things.
Right.
I remember when I first came on, I was like, why y'all pre you? So they're like, pre you? What is pre you? All of a sudden, everybody talking about pre.
Right.
Why pre and pre? So you start to learn this. You're watching somebody.
There's life in the words.
So do that with
life
everything. Exactly. So if you're calling everybody, whether it's an elder woman and you calling her a queen, or it's a woman of your age level on my level, see mature, you call her empress, and the young girl, let me call her princess.
Absolutely.
Your burden, you call them king.
So
look at you, them doing their thing. Yes, Prince, go on their thing. Let them know they're coming up from different levels of it. That's all you have to do. Keep it on that level and everything, Chris.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And once we do it collectively, I feel it starts with the tongue, you know, power of the words. You know what I'm saying? We use that, you know, and that's really interesting though, you know, because I try to think, you know, how can I reach the adult next to me, you know, over time, instead of attacking the child, which I still agree that we should do with the children, raise them up in a certain way, but even the person next to you, you know what I mean? If they know you speak a certain way, they have to adapt to it. They will.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You can't approach me like that. Because once you let them know that you have a problem with it, at the end of the day, how you going to talk to me if every minute you're going to be talking about nigga, and I'm going to be looking at you crazy like, who y'all talk to?
Right.
I done and I'm talking to you in a different manner like, yo, King, and by the second time you say nigga, it happened, they go, my fault, my G, I ain't mean to.
Right.
And you're like, yeah, you have to, it's not that you attack, you let them know, so alright, cool, I know you taking your time to adjust, but you see, I'm glad you see what I'm saying.
Right.
That's how the thing go, and then after a while you hear the bedroom stop, don't call him no nigga.
And one way to get it going, because I know many of us are artists and stuff like that, is through music.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like what you said, that trajectory of how you broke it down a couple of minutes ago in a song, that would be very powerful.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it's just so poetic in a song like you said, King, and Princess for the younger one, Queen, and then Empress in a song, man. Y'all need to make that happen. That would excel in. That would sound good.
Yeah, we're gonna have them setting a different.
Yeah, that would set the trend, you know. And that's what I think. I think in art, because when you initially asked, that's the first thing I thought of, because that seems to be the thing that influences our people the most, and that's what they feel free and they gravitate towards art. But like we said, because of money, people are not committing to it because we're blindsided by the institution and the, you know what I'm saying? But I think, you know, in our art, even if it don't have to be everything, but at least just more, one song. At least you have 10 songs or 5 songs.
You confuse them the way you confuse them, even for example, to the same term. Not to say a person should be talking about violence, but you see people say you can't do certain things in certain songs. Even if a person want to talk about the type of street life he live in, instead of them say, yo, me and my niggas, it's me and my kings, or me and my lions.
Exactly,
that's how I did it. When I'm talking about certain things you live in, you have to deal with a certain type of violence and defense. You don't got to be my niggas stepped out, or I got mad niggas on deck, I got lions on deck.
Lion, exactly, yo. I'm telling you.
You show them differently. Me and my kings step out in the club instead of me and my niggas touch the club.
And it gives it
What's
more
something
power.
better, honestly? You and a bunch of niggas in the club, or you and a bunch of kings in the club?
Because it give it more power.
Right.
Give it more power.
You see,
visually.
The imagery, you know, is so deep because, like the photo shoot that we did a while with the Power and Blackness shoot, you know, never at no time did I ever think that it would come off as negative. You know what I'm saying? And the people that we did it with too, everyone had the same mentality as far as where we were going. You know what I mean? And look how it looked around the world to everybody.
Oh man,
everybody said the same thing.
The comments, I've done that. People hit me up like, I don't have bookings. They don't book you all to go to clubs and just stand up in the club like that.
Right.
Word.
Like, let them see how y'all look in the club.
Right.
Thinking about like that stuff that we have to humble ourselves when we put stuff like that in motion. Why not step out?
Because I put that image on my page maybe as soon as Nina put it up, and I seen it on her page, and I put it up, and it was just like resounding like positivity, and you could just tell everybody felt proud that so many kings.
Right. It's been reposted so many times.
Oh man, I think it's the most
week, at least 1 or 2 times I look and see somebody else put it up and trying to figure out who's in it, and then they responded, and it always reaches back.
I mean, just collectively looking at it.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, the imagery of it was just so
and it's
motivating.
It's amazing because there was no negative side of it.
Nah,
you know?
at all.
So that just goes to show you, once you can implement an idea, okay, put a picture to it, put words to it, and watch what happens. And put the action to it. You know what I'm saying? And watch what happens.
Enough of us linked up that day for the first time. Some of us seen each other probably on the linked up, but look, nobody with no negativity. Look how simple that was.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
How easy to get a bunch of individuals together, whether it's Rasta youth or just a bunch of birds on the whole and link up and everybody just meet up.
Absolutely. I went to the Million Man March, the one that recently passed, you know, and I was amongst, all of our people, man. And I can't tell you the feeling I got. The love I felt around our people was amazing. It's the same way I felt when we did the photo shoot.
Open up your chakras.
Right. So I could imagine, I could understand why people outside fear that kind of love. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, maybe they don't want you to feel that because they don't want you to actually recognize and say, well, you know what?
It's going to open up everybody's third eye.
Yeah.
That's when it's a problem.
That's what's going to be a problem.
Knowledge is a threat to the individuals who want to keep you ignorant in the world.
The system.
The more we link up and we power up and everybody starts to realize, oh wait, that these two eyes are seeing, and in the next area out,
that's why in the music they give the people the dollars. They call the people marketable, and they make them switch up the lyrics and negative thing, and then the people them go wrong and say the same thing. Because I think it was the 90s, like when Queen Latifah them, there's a lot of consciousness going on in music, you know. But it was to the fact that you didn't even notice it. But then when it made the turn too, you know, it was
quick.
Because what it was
to shut off.
It was entertainment. A slight. It was a thin line between entertainment and consciousness. Yeah. And then when it made the turn, we're dead and busy. This is funny.
Like
and then look where we're there now.
They had to do it quick. When they started noticing that the consciousness was starting to open up and everybody was stepping out, they had to just give it a rush of negativeness quick. So they shut them out, make people think that that's corny rap music. You be around you'll take that rap shit up. I want to hear some this and the third. When you hear what they saying, somebody just saying that yabba.
So,
like all that.
So
they're trying to dumb us down.
Could we all agree that to love one another, you know, like just make sure that we spread that love. My brother is my keeper, you know, and keep that in mind at all times. I just want to toast to that.
Yeah, definitely. Blessed.